Hey guys, Rick with Rallysport Direct here, and welcome back to another edition of What's in the Box. Today we have the Cobb Accessport version 2.0. Now as you can see, I've got the box right here. Let's go ahead, open it up, and take a look at it. Alright, so we open it up, and one thing I wanted to note when I'm opening this is the quality of cardboard that Cobb uses in their packaging. It's really strong, which is great because it's going to help keep the product protected during shipping. Alright. So now we've got this open, and speaking of packaging, I really like this a lot. The cool blue, which is a great color, and then on the front we have this magnetic flap. You open that up, and of course the Accessport is exposed inside. It's protected with a plastic sheet, but then we've got all the functions of the Accessport right here, which is kind of cool. Let's flip this over on the back, and we just have a nice clean Cobb logo on the back. Again, that cool blue color, I really like that. Alright, let's go ahead and open this one up. So you pull this out, and you see the Accessport. Now this is really cool too, how they've packaged this up. So you see the Accessport on front, but you flip it over, and we've got all of our cables back here. Let me show you what's included with this kit. So we've got our ODB2 cable, which is going to plug into your car, and then this connects to the Accessport. This is going to be, this is going to allow you to change the maps on your car, to tune it, etc. This is going to be the main cable. And then of course we've got our USB cable, which is going to plug into the computer, and then of course this one plugs into the Accessport itself. Now something cool Cobb has done recently with the Accessports is they've allowed the computer cable and the ODB2 cable to be hooked up at the exact same time. Now that's going to allow for live tuning. That means that you can have the laptop in your car, have it hooked up to the Accessport, have the Accessport hooked up to your car, and you can tune while you're driving, which is a really good feature. Alright, then of course Cobb has included their stickers. We got two right here, which is really cool. Flip this over. Now I want to show you the Accessport. So here it is. Nice color display screen. I'm going to show you that in here in just a minute. We've got all of our buttons down here. Easy to press. And then we've got our data connection, which is going to hook into the ODB2 port or cable, and then the USB cable as well. And then on the back, not really anything to look at, just a nice clean unit which you can hold in your hand. I like that it's so small, compact, and it just looks great, but you can always just throw it somewhere in the glove box when you're not using it. Or of course you can leave it hooked up, which is fine because then you can read Live Boost and other data, and it looks good when it's hooked up too, so it's always a good thing. Now this particular kit includes these test mode connectors. Not every kit is going to include the test mode connectors. These kits are vehicle specific. Make sure you order the right one when you're ordering it, and make sure you read the instructions before you install it to make sure exactly what your vehicle needs, so you can make sure to install it correctly. Alright, now speaking of instructions, we've got the instruction booklet right here. Open this up. It's just got some really good tips on how to install it, what to look out for, that kind of stuff. Do yourself a favor and read through this before you install it. It just makes everything a lot easier. And then of course we've got our CD, which is going to have the instruction manual on it as well, which is really nice that Cobb has included this as well. Now speaking of installation, one great thing about the Accessport, it is extremely easy to install. Even somebody who's not technologically savvy or computer savvy, such as myself, can install it really without any problems. Just make sure you read the instructions, that you have a good understanding of how to install it, but other than that, it is extremely easy. Alright, now I wanted to show you guys the colored screen on this. So I've got a computer right here next to me, and we're going to hook it up via the USB cable. So give me just a second here while we plug this in. Now I'm actually going to zoom in on this so we can get a better view, so give me just a second. Alright, now that we're all zoomed in, this is going to go through its boot up menu, and you can see that there. Nice color screen. Alright, so we're in. Now let me go through the keys real quick. Of course we've got down, which is going to be the lower button, up, which is going to be the top button, OK, which is going to be the middle button, and cancel, which is going to be the small button on the side. We're going to hit OK to go into the main menu. So now we're in the main menu. Of course our first option is install, which of course is going to install the Accessport. We go down, we've got troubleshooting, which is going to display check engine lights, trouble codes, that kind of stuff. Go down once more and we've got just the Accessport menu, which is going to give you the software version, information about the Accessport in general. Now, you can't see it here because this is not installed on the vehicle, but you also have other menus once it's installed on the vehicle. Those other menus are going to be the ability to change maps, which you're going to be able to switch from like a stage 1 to a stage 2, that kind of stuff. A performance meter, which is going to give you 0 to 60, quarter-mile time. It even has a built-in dynamometer, which is going to give you horsepower and torque based on the weight of your vehicle and the performance, which is really cool. I love that Cobb has included that with this. Of course, you have live data. Now, the live data, you're going to be able to display the same thing that the ECU reads, such as coolant temp, EGT, boost, that kind of stuff. It's just a really nice thing that Cobb has included with that you can just watch that. And then also you have data logging. You can actually record all that data and then go back and look at it at a later time. We also have the ECU settings. Now this is going to be where you're going to set up your launch control, your flat foot shifting, that kind of stuff, all the fun stuff that we love to play with. And then of course, back to the trouble codes, you're going to be able to read the trouble codes as well as clear them, make sure that your car is running really well actually. Alright, now being that these are vehicle specific, I do kind of want to go through the different kits that Cobb has. Of course, they have them for the Subarus. Of course, pretty much all the Subarus are covered. STIs, WRXs, Foresters, Legacy GTs. Then, of course, we've got the Honda Civic Si, the Mazda RX-8, the Mazda Speed 3, and the Speed 6. We've got the Nissan 350Z, of course, the GTR, the Infiniti G37 and G35. Now, again, these are vehicle specific. Make sure you order the right one when you're ordering, and then make sure you look at the instructions before you order it, just to make sure that you're installing everything that you need to specifically for your vehicle. That's all the time we've got for you tonight, guys. Please remember to check back later for more editions of What's in the Box.
Rallysportdirect.com